SNL Saoirse Ronan sketches ranked from worst to first. Every cast member was given a chance to shine, but none brighter than Ronan herself, killing it with her exuberance, joyfulness and amazing American accent. With awards season looming, host Saoirse Ronan was writing a lot of buzz coming into this week's Saturday Night Live. Her new movie, Lady Bird, is currently touting the honor of being the most well-reviewed film on Rotten Tomatoes, maintaining a score of 100% with 185 reviews. So she's got chops. The stage was set for a great night of SNL, but could she deliver? The short answer is a strong yes. This was the season's best show by a mile. The weakest sketch on the night was still entertaining and full of laughs, and that's certainly not usually the case. Ronan was all charm throughout, and clearly the cast had a lot of fun with her. She brought great energy, a lot of humor and a killer American accent with her. If only every week could rise to this standard. As usual, we're ranking all the sketches from worst to first, including the cold open and the regular weekend update segments. We'll skip the musical guests, because they're not usually funny, unless Ashlee Simpson shows up. We wrap up with a look at the cast member who had the strongest week. Also, we're still paying attention to see if the new kids are getting any screen time. SNL added Heidi Gardner, Luke Null, and Chris Redd as featured players this season. This indie movie just locked down Best Rotten Tomatoes score ever view story. This parody of MTV's newest shore series, Floribama Shore, added the fun twist of having filmed it during the hurricane, but it sounded funnier probably in the writer's room than in execution. Chris Redd was the only voice of reason on the whole sketch, who spent the bit trying to leave. The climax got a little more gory than anticipated, but it was just inane silliness throughout. Maybe it was too good a copy of the original. Saoirse Ronan was doing God's work with this monologue, which was introducing her to a new audience via the SNL fanbase, by simply making it about how to pronounce her first name. She got some help from Kate McKinnon, Leslie Jones, A.D. Bryant and Beck Bennett in this one, presenting a silly song to help us out. Ronan charmed her way through it, leaving us smiling at the end. And more importantly, confident that we can pronounce Saoirse. Maybe. What was the tune again? Watch Ed Sheeran and Saoirse Ronan run through the streets of Ireland in and number 039 Galway Girl in number 039. Music video view story. Cicely Strong and others in the cast got to pit their Irish accent against Saoirse Ronan's natural one in this flight attendant sketch set aboard Aer Lingus. The sketch was utter ridiculousness, filled to the brim with Irish stereotypes. Ronan probably offered a lot of help with the premise and the details, and the cast charmed their way through the idiocy. Silly but still it left us with a smile. Fun with dangerous stereotypes was the theme of this sketch, with Mikey Day as a man who buys American Girl dolls. It was framed around a local news story about a mall explosion at the American Girl store, but all eyes were on Day and the doll he clearly bought for himself. Each new update only added to his obsessive ridiculousness, but everyone stayed perfectly in character throughout. And way more interested in the weirdo obsessed with this doll than about the actual explosion, and that's what helped sell the sketch. Beyoncé and Eminem dropped a surprise collaboration, and Twitter canon number 039 handle it view story. Chad, Pete Davidson, shows up at an auction for a tennis club, stretching beyond okay to spotlight some amazing skills like a Jim Carrey's Grinch impression and a dance he dubbed Doink Doink. The ladies were beside themselves over this underachiever, pushing their bids close to $1 million, until Kenan Thompson showed up and took it into Creepsville. For the top bidder, the actual John McEnroe offered an amazing weekend experience, but there was no bidding. He completely lost his crap. That Chad got more attention from the ladies, giving us some classic McEnroe rage. After a few weeks away, Alec Baldwin returned with a holiday-themed Trump visit to the White House. The A Christmas Carol parody featured a quick change for Kate McKinnon, who appeared as both Kellyanne Conway at the beginning of the sketch, and then Hillary Clinton at the end to usher in Trump's future, where she could shout "Lock him up." Highlights included him asking Beck Bennett's delightfully smarmy Vladimir Putin if he was cool, and Melania describing her hellish decorations for the Christmas party. Blood in the elevator? We are so there. Hollywood erupts on Twitter against tax reform, and number 039 everyone deserves better than this, and number 039, View story Welcome to Hell was the latest song by the girls of SNL, with Kate McKinnon, Aidy Bryant, Cecily Strong and Saoirse Ronan, and it served as a send-up of the ongoing harassment scandal hitting Hollywood, the media and Washington. But mostly it was a sobering reminder that this is nothing new. What we're learning about now openly is the reality women have been facing for as far back as anyone can remember. This isn't the world new, as Strong said, this been the damn world. Bright and cherry-like bubblegum pop visually, but with a message that was pointed and bleak and all too real. This was social satire at its strongest. It wasn't particularly funny, but only because they were so right, and it's sad. This pre-taped sketch was surreal genius. We're not sure why we loved it so much, but this painstakingly real love letter to 80s pastiche office dramas was just perfect in every way. From the training montage to the whole feud being about quickness in the office, nothing about this made any sense. Throw in a cute alien and a helpful ghost, and almost every excess of that decade in film was represented. SNL should take a week off more often, as they are really recharged here, and the pre-taped sketches are stronger than ever with a little more lead time to polish them. Tom Hanks and number 039, 7 Best and number 039 Saturday Night Live and number 039, Characters, ranked View story Luke Null took center stage for the first time in his SNL career as an obnoxious teenager. It was already pretty funny because of his behavior, though nothing new, but it took a turn into fantastic when teacher Kenan Thompson put a stop to his shenanigans to reveal that this was his first day at the school. He didn't know any of the people he'd harassed, and then things just kept getting worse and worse as they responded one by one. Null did a great job of changing tacks completely to subdued and morose. Just went for broke with the opening bit, wrapping Trump, Flynn, Fox News and sexual harassment all into one joke. That's packing them in. I knew Trump was going to run the country like a business, I just didn't know he was going to run it like one of his businesses, Jost said later in reference to the tax bill. Kate McKinnon showed up as British Prime Minister Theresa May, playing the British stiffness to perfection. Leslie Jones and Mikey Day returned again as the Duncans, the couple who keep things spicy in the bedroom. Leslie plays it so innocent, while Mikey details serious injuries he endured during their trysts, including terrifying pictures of some of their positions. Continuing a strong update streak, this segment had laughs with every bit and guest. Hollywood celebrates Michael Flynn and number 039's guilty plea, and number 039 it and number 039's beginning to look a lot like Christmas and number 039, View story This is how you build a simple, but effective sketch. Mikey Day working the returns desk is the easiest way to line up the cast and let them do ridiculous characters. Almost everyone made an appearance in this one, to give perfect send-ups of what people in retail really see, including Cecily Strong going Facebook Live to demand her rights, Kyle Mooney upset that Magnum condoms are just too small, and a brilliant couple's return. Saoirse Ronan came up to return some cologne she bought for her man, Chris Red, and replace them with tampons, because he's a bitch on the rag. I'm leaving, don't follow me, she told him, followed by, are you coming? This kind of sketch can't drag on too long. Tron Killam slams and number 039 SNL and number 039, for and number 039 embarrassing and shameful and number 039. Decision to let Donald Trump host View story Kudos to Luke Null for taking center stage and getting a chance to showcase his acting chops in a sketch all his own. He channeled a bit of Bobby Moynihan's bad boy charm in one of the night's strongest sketches. But on a night of greatness, how do you decide the best? McKinnon turned in another strong week, but we're going to give it to Mikey Day, for a solid night of playing mostly straight. It's not as easy as it looks.